Amy's a huge supporter of Peabody football, and she says roll tide. And with Amy Greer at State Farm Insurance, our mission is to help people manage the risk of everyday life, recovery from the unexpected, and realize their dreams. From insurance to financials, claims, and customer care, visit amygreer.com. Amy Greer, your State Farm Insurance agent. 308 South College Street, right here in Trenton. Call Amy at 855-0433. That's 855-0433 for Amy Greer with State Farm Insurance.
The number one station Jackson turns to for the latest breaking news and severe weather updates. News Talk 101.5 FM and point5digital.com.
Gene Langley Ford in Humboldt, Tennessee. Easton Drive. Their overhead so low, they say they'll meet or beat any price. 3rd down and 2 from the Adamsville 5. Here's Johnson on the carry. Has room inside the 5. He dives down to the 1. And that's going to be a first down for Peabody. He didn't get in the end zone, but he did pick up enough of that first down. That's a Food Right first down. Your hometown grocery store, Food Right. Right here in Trenton. There's Johnson again, View. He's limping. But when they snap that ball, he's full tilt boogie.
You got that right. And that first down is almost as good as the touchdown, simply because Adamsville has no more timeouts. You want to punch it in, no question, make it a 2-possession game, but run some clock here, too.
3:20 remaining. 1st and goal, Peabody from the Adamsville 1. Out of the shotgun, Malone. He'll keep it. Malone diving. Malone. No signal yet. So Malone and Adamsville is saying he fumbled a football. And the officials are saying, no, he didn't. Touchdown, Peabody. A late signal, but a touchdown for the Tide is Malone.
And the clock is running. They're going to have to readjust the clock.
Well, that was really strange. We'll have to look at this replay. Clock is still moving, down to 2:39 left. And confused and raining here. Well, was it a touchdown? One official came in after the play, and if he didn't signal a touchdown, then I'm confused. Let's see if we get a look at this replay here. The hometown of self-storage instant replay. Malone, you can see him clearly into the end zone of that replay. Adamsville, some of the players were saying that they thought he fumbled the ball, and now they take the touchdown off the scoreboard.
I could have swore I saw the official put his hands
One
up.
official did, but after the huddle, they're going to...
Let's see the replay again from hometown self-storage. Kendrick Malone, the quarterback, out of the shotgun for Peabody. Finds an alley over the right tackle, and it looks like he did lose the ball, and the beanbag came out, but it looked like he got back on it.
And I thought the official on the Trenton Peabody side was the one that put his hands up.
So take the touchdown off the scoreboard. It's 2nd and goal, just outside of the goal line.
And Dan, that's the reason the clock ran.
And Malone back in the shotgun. He'll hand it off Johnson. Johnson diving. Johnson, touchdown! Brandon Johnson for the State Farm touchdown at Peabody. Goes up 41-31 Buell with only 2:19 remaining.
Well, it's good to see this young man get the payoff and get into the end zone. He has certainly earned it tonight. Well, look at that offensive line, Danny. Right there in that A gap, just collapsing the defense.
Boy, Johnson just ducking that head and hitting pay dirt. And Drew Sanders, who's had a great night kicking in for the PAT and splits the uprights with 2:19 remaining. Our new score, Peabody 42 and Adamsville 31 on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and point5digital.com.
Ed Norman with LA Realty is your hometown real estate specialist right here in Trenton. With Ed Norman, you're dealing with a high-caliber professional with extensive experience and knowledge about our local real estate markets. Whether you're looking for residential, commercial, investment, or farm and land, our team is here to guide you. Ed Norman with LA Realty. Call Ed at 571-7092. That's 571-7092. View our listings online at LARealtyLLC.com. Ed Norman with LA Realty in Trenton.
Did you say football? High school game of the week, the SEC championship, and the NFL on Monday nights. News Talk 101.5 FM. 101.5 FM.
Well, as they say, it's going to take a miracle now for Adamsville. 2:19 left in the game. But it's good news on this side here. The Peabody Golden Tide down 24-6 in the second half have come firing back here to take a 42-31 lead with only 2:19 remaining. Here's the kickoff. It's high and it's short. Going to be taken on a fair catch at the 29-yard line. Drew Sanders with another good kickoff into the wind. When he had the wind to his back, he was hitting touchbacks, and now he's just getting them high, get them caught up in the wind, and no chance of a return.
Yeah, and Trenton on a 36-7 run right now. I mean, it wasn't quite the midway point of the third quarter, a little earlier than that. 36 points since then.
Been an amazing run, hasn't it, Coach?
Oh, it has been. If I'm Trenton now, I'm going to have Penn guarding man-to-man Burcham.
First and 10, Adamsville, their own 30. Rolling left, looking downfield is Seth Paul. Fires, has a man caught. At the 40, out to the 45. Burcham in the midfield, breaking tackles to the 45 of Peabody. Down to the 40, and Burcham is finally taken off his feet at the Peabody 35-yard line. And that's how quick things can happen is Ross Burcham, the extremely talented wide receiver, just not wanting to go down and nearly took that one to the house.
Boy, that kid's good.
You got to double cover him or at least put your best big defender on him. Now we've got that matchup.
First and 10 for the 35 of Peabody. Here's a double reverse to Burcham. And now they're going to try to throw out of this. And find deep down the field, got a man wide open in the end zone. It hangs up and it's batted down. As that one was a double reverse, like a Kevin Ward call. And Seth Paul got the ball back and had a man in the end zone. Had him wide open. Bradley Parmalee, he had to, on the pitch from Burcham, it's one-hopped him. And that kind of, he had to regather himself, and that would have been a touchdown.
I thought Burcham was playing cricket.
Second and 10 from the Peabody 35. Here is Paul rolling right, firing across the middle, incomplete at the 20, threw it behind his intended receiver. It'll be third and 10 for Adamsville.
I'm going to tell you what, though, Burcham got behind the coverage that time, and there's only Penn back there who is giving up. What is Penn? Penn is 5'10". He's given up 7 inches to Ross Burcham. You have got to have safety help back there with him.
Yeah, I would drop my safety off, and right now I probably wouldn't rush but my front 4 or 3 people and cut the lanes down and take the hooks and the flats away.
Third down and 10 from the 35-yard line of Peabody. Back to throw again, going for it all down the sideline, looking for Burcham. It's over his head and incomplete. It'll be fourth down and 10.
And, well, here it is. One play to Cookeville. You stop a conversion here, you're headed to Cookeville, Trenton.
Down to a minute 33 remaining.
Adamsville doesn't want to take a shot. You just want that 10 yards for the first down. Forget the end zone on this play.
Fourth down and 10. If Peabody can hold them, they'll be headed to Cookeville. From the Peabody 35, here's Paul out of the gun. Here comes the pressure. Hits and incomplete. He was hit as he tried to throw the football. It goes incomplete. Peabody will take over on downs. All they have to do is kneel on it 3 times, view, and then get on the bus and start making the plans, the travel plans to go to Cookeville and play for a 2A state title. It'll be the first trip to the championship game for Peabody since 1991 when Tim Haney, the principal Peabody now was the head football coach back then with Ken Scott, one of his assistants.
Boy, in this town, it's so excited. You can see it. And with 7 seconds left, Marion County leads Grace Christian in the fourth by 3, 18-15. So if this holds this last 7 seconds, then it will be Marion County versus Trenton Peabody for the 2A state title.
Well, Peabody just kneeling on it. It's down to a minute 20 left. What a comeback. Down 24-6. Midway, almost midway point of the third quarter, and Peabody View has just blistered Adamsville from that point on.
Well, you got that right, man, including one of the greatest kickoff returns that you'll ever see on any level by Xavier Ball. Gave them the buffer zone that they needed.
Now, some of the Adamsville coaches must be raised in a barn. They go out the door and leave it wide open. That's bad for announcers, Butte. We get that backdraft and we lose our paperwork, Coach.
Lose our voices.
Down to 39 seconds, and you can hear the crowd chanting, "Roll Tide," and they'll roll all the way to Cookeville and play Marion County, it looks like, Butte, for a 2A state title.
We'll see. There's 7 seconds left in that game, and Marion County leads Grace Christian 18-15 after being down 15-0.
Kendrick Malone kneels on it one final time, and that's it. Peabody down 24-6 midway through the third quarter. Comes from way behind to win 42-31 over the Adamsville Cardinals, and it'll be Peabody playing in the 2A state championship game next weekend. We thank our sponsors. Hometown Self-Storage. Boy, they really came through to make sure you can watch this game. It'll be replayed next week on TV Channel 22, local cable channel here in Trenton. You can also watch the replays at your leisure at point5digital.com. So we thank our friends over at Hometown Self-Storage. 2 locations in Trenton. On the bypass, also on Halliburton, and Climate Control coming to the Hometown Self-Storage location on the bypass next month. Call 571-1517 for all your storage needs. By Griffin Automotive, full service work, repair and rebuild transmissions, full diagnostics on computer systems, and a technician you can trust. Brian Griffin, 403 East Eaton Street in Trenton, in the former Ford dealership, Griffin Automotive. By Ed Norman with LA Realty. Call Ed at 855-9899. Your expert when it comes to commercial and residential real estate in the Trenton area. Ed Norman, LA Realty, LLC. By Eddie's Pharmacy with Eddie and Clint Sturgeon. Free delivery from your hometown, locally owned pharmacy. And the Davy Crockett Shopping Center for free delivery from Eddie's Pharmacy, dial 855-1000. By Country Roads Music Store, full-service music store, Vanessa Griggs, George Coleman, Great Americans, open 10 to 5, Tuesday through Friday, and 10 to 3 on Saturday. Go by and see them tomorrow, and thank them for sponsoring this football game here with the Peabody Golden Tide in the Davy Crockett Shopping Center. By Raspberry Tire. 24 hours, 7 days a week for your towing needs. That's all you need is Raspberry Tire and Service Center. Serving the Trenton area for 32 years. Call Kyle Raspberry for your towing needs. At night, call him at 855-9438. Daytime numbers 855-0099. By Southern Trucks and 4x4. It has to do with your truck. You need Southern Trucks and 4x4. Highway 45 bypass in Jackson. The website where you take a view, and all they do is mytruck.net, truck spelled T-R-U-K.
And just for our Trenton friends, it has gone final. We know your opponent. Next week, you'll take on Marion County, who knocks off Grace Christian 20-15 to play Trenton Peabody next week for the 2A title.
By Amy Greer with State Farm Insurance right here in Trenton. Amy's a great Peabody supporter for years, and Amy's happy tonight as Peabody moving on to the state championship game. Amy Greer, State Farm Insurance. Call 855-0433. and visit amygreer.com. By Hardy, Martin, Donahoe, Owens, and Wright. In Jackson and in Trenton, tipping the scales in your favor, that's West Tennessee's premier law firm, along with the Victory 93.7 covering Gibson County. The Victory 93.7, who had the Milan game tonight and kept us all in touch with that game. By Gene Langley Ford in Humboldt, 3500 Eastern Drive. The overhead is so low there, they say they'll meet or beat any price. At Gene Langley Ford in Humboldt, the dealership and service truly built. You can buy online at GeneLangleyFord.com. By Modern Telephone. Modern Telephone Systems, the best in telecommunications, cable and fiber optics, IT solutions. Call 422-30-600. And Food Right, your hometown grocery store right here in Trenton, 108 West Armory. Committed to courteous customer service at Food Right in Trenton, Tennessee, 108 West Armory Street. Boy, what a game. Peabody wins it 42-31 to advance on to play for a state championship. We'll be right back. We'll have the totals, the highlights, and the narrator will talk with head coach Ricky Woods right after this on Jackson's News Talk, 101.5 and .5digital.com.
This is where you hear the latest news and best talk 24 hours a day. News Talk 101.5 FM and .5digital.com.
Food Right in Trenton, led by manager Bubba Abbott, is committed to courteous and professional customer service. Food Right in Trenton is also your locally owned hometown grocery store. Visit our website at myfoodright.com and check on our weekly specials. Food Right in Trenton, 108 West Armory Street. Food Right, your hometown grocery store. Call 855-1916 for Food Right.
This is attorney Bradley Owens of Hardy Martin, Donahoe, Owens & Wright. We're a full-service law firm located in Jackson and Trenton, handling all types of legal matters, including personal injury, workers' compensation, divorce and family law, bankruptcy, Social Security disability, and criminal defense. Let Hardy Martin, Donahoe, Owens & Wright solve all your legal problems. Call us today at 424-2151.
Tipping the scales in your favor.
A well-maintained vehicle will help save you money at the pump. Let Gene Langley Ford Service Department help you protect your vehicular expenditure. At Gene Langley Ford, your vehicle gets the maintenance it needs from folks who know it well. And we have great prices, too. From oil changes to tire care for any make or model, Gene Langley Ford is committed to maximizing the driving dollar. That's how we roll. At the dealership service built. Gene Langley Ford in Humboldt.
I'm Gary Sims with Southern Trucks and 4x4. At Southern Trucks and 4x4, we sell, buy, and trade trucks. There's no pressure. We want you to be a lifelong customer, not a one-time customer. If there's anything to do with your truck, we can help you get it, repair it. We can even accessorize it, lift it, fix it, or even juice it up for additional horsepower and improved gas mileage. If there's anything to do with your truck, let's talk.
Southern Trucks and 4x4 on the 45 bypass. Call 668-8084. Modern Telephone can install the most reliable phone system in the world in your business, but that's not where it stops. Any computer and networking issue your company runs into, wireless and wired networking, setting up firewalls and virus protection, digital faxing, printers, scanners, backups so you don't lose your important data, PA and paging systems, IP cameras. If it has to do with communications, Modern Telephone brings you the solution. No reason to accept less than the best. Modern Telephone, 422-3600.
Raspberry Tire and Service Center in Trenton has you covered with all your tires and automotive needs. Raspberry Tire also offers 24 hours, 7 days a week towing service. Towing light, medium, and heavy-duty recovery services. Call Kyle Raspberry for all your towing needs. The daytime phone number is 855-0099. The nighttime number is 855-9438. Raspberry Tire and Service Center, 2216 Highway 45 Bypass South, Trenton, Tennessee. One call and you're hooked at Raspberry Tire and Service Center. Country Roads Music Store is a full-service music store right here in Trenton, covering everything from guitars to mic cables. If it has to do with music, Country Roads Music has you covered. Stop in and see Vanessa Griggs or George Coleman. Country Roads Music Store is open Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. and on Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. So forget about driving to the big city for your music needs. Country Roads Music is locally owned and locally operated right here in Trenton, where Roll Tide is music to their ears. 142 Davy Crockett Mall in Trenton. Country Roads Music Store. Hometown is self-storage with 8 locations in West Tennessee. In Milan, Medina, Greenfield, Jackson, Humboldt, and 2 locations in Trenton. Hometown Self-Storage in Trenton is on Halliburton and also on the Bypass. Climate Control opening next month on the Bypass location in Trenton. Hometown Self-Storage is locally owned. Stop by and see Melanie Carter and Bryant Tucker, who play football at Trenton, serving all of Gibson County. Hometown is Self-Storage. If you need storage, it takes one call. 571-1517. That's 571-1517 for Hometown Self-Storage.
Monday Night Football, the NFL, only on News Talk 101.5 FM.
Well, all the brackets and the finals are set. All the games have gone final, and the happy news for Trenton fans is they are making their reservations. They are headed to Cookeville, Tennessee next week for the 2A state title game, and they know the opponent. They will take on Marion County, who won 20-15 after being down 15-0 at home tonight to Grace Christian. Marion County scores the last 20 in that game. Kind of like what we saw here tonight. The home team gets 18 down, comes back, ends up winning by 11, wins it going away, and Trenton Peabody, for the first time in a long time, headed back to the state championship.
Deservedly so. Coaching staff's done a great job. And Marion County is an old historic team as far as being in the state playoffs, but it's been a long time since they've been to the championship game too.
Now we're going to go down with the narrator here in just a second, see if he can find victorious coach Ricky Woods, who, you know, he's in his infancy stage here at this Trenton Peabody program. You know, his name resonates throughout the southeastern United States in high school football. He's had a ton of success at South Panola and a couple of other places and done an amazing job. Now he comes here to Trenton Peabody, and in a very short span of time already has them playing for state championship football. Now I'm looking to see if we can find the narrator, because he's going to talk with Coach here in just a second, but there is a sea of people still out there on the field. So let's see if we can check in with the narrator, because I absolutely cannot find this man. But narrator, are you there with us and the coach? That would be a no, so he's still trying to track down the coach, but we're also trying to track down our sideline reporter right now.
Well, good news. You is Michael has already got the game up at point5digital.com, so Peabody fans, you can go back and watch it right now at your leisure. point5digital.com, and you'll see the banner. Click on it and watch the game.
Absolutely. And it'll be there till July. Remind people of that, because I know of people that go back and watch it. And this was an enjoyable game. Some big plays turned it. And Peabody had 269 yards, had 177 of them passing, 92 rushing. And they got out rushed tonight. Adamsville had 156 yards passing, 185 running for 231, but 269 to 231 on the yardage. And I think we found the narrator.
All right, let's go down to the field. Richard, the narrator, Barber.
Fellas, we're going to get a word with Coach Ricky Woods, the winning coach of the Peabody Tide, here in a few minutes. He had to step off and talk to a couple of TWSAA officials, I'm sure, to get some information about a trip to Cookeville they're going to be making.
Well, down to 24-6, Peabody, and the midway point of the third quarter, real near it, and then Peabody closes Buell on it with a fury. It wins it 42-31 over the Cardinals, and it'll be Peabody, not Adamsville, headed to Cookeville to play for a state championship against Marion County.
You know, and in that third quarter is when Kendrick Malone really established himself in this game. He made some mistakes in the first half, but more than made up for it in the second half. And I'll tell you what, we've seen a lot of quarterbacks in our 14, 15 years of covering games, but I don't know that I've seen the dual threat. Well, Adam Craig is the best I've seen so far, but with just the natural talents, what Kendrick Malone has, you know, you can coach, there's no doubt, but you have to be born with that. And that arm, that left arm of his, I got to say it, with the feet and the left arm and him wearing number 7, we're not calling him Michael Vick, we're telling you he's Michael Vickish. He's got those type of abilities.
It looks like Michael Vick on the high school level. Adam Craig's the best I've ever seen. They played at Jackson Northside, but Kendrick Malone is right up there, and only a